Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, first off, just let me take a minute and I want to wish you guys a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, get to spend some time with family, or, maybe like us, it's going to be a very small Thanksgiving, just us enjoying each other's company. So, happy Thanksgiving, guys. But I got a knife review for you today. Not letting the holidays stop me. But anyway, so, searching the old SMKW site for this month's affiliation knife, and this is what I came across. This is the Heibel Knives Faction number 12. I was very interested in checking this one out. It just kind of caught my eye. Well, you can tell why it caught my eye, right? That red and black G10, of course. That definitely caught my eye. There's the birdie. Oh, now you can't unsee it. But yeah, it just caught my eye, and I was like, all right, Heibel knives. I really not that familiar at all with Heibel knives, so good way to introduce myself. Now, I will say, in checking out their website and stuff, very, very balisong heavy. So those of you that are into the balisong world, you might not be watching this channel because I don't do a lot with balisongs, but Heibel knives, pretty heavy in the balisong, custom balisongs, by the way. So, but very cool. Out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, made in the USA. That's pretty awesome. Now, like I said, you've got the red and black G10 on this one. Do have a bit of a contour going on, which is nice. You've got a titanium clip that is very deep carry. You know I'm liking that. I do like my deep carry clips. And you do have a very prominent flipper tab, if you will. This is not a flipper knife. This is a double detent knife. So very interesting. And there again, had to do some looking, researching, and I went on their website and I was looking at the description of the faction, and it did say it snaps into the open position. Well, this one doesn't really snap, and I really don't think it's supposed to as a double detent knife. Now you can see how it breaks the detent. So, but this flipper tab, I'm saying that in quotations, it gives you a place for your finger to rest to actually, they kind of refer to it as a friction folder as well, like a double detent friction folder. So that's kind of giving you your protection, if you will, from the detent breaking. Grip it like so. You're definitely not going to want to choke up on this one because, well, it just doesn't make any sense being a double detent knife and the fact that you're going to be all over that blade. So get your finger right there. That gives you your stability to go ahead and freely cut. But I also wanted to show you this. When it goes shut, watch it. See how that the closed detent really kind of pops it down in there? Now you've got to push back here to get it fully closed. We'll get it open again. And then I'm just closing it like so. Now, I really didn't loosen up the pivot because I didn't want to do anything to the action, because I really believe, even though it said it snaps into the open position, I really believe as far as a friction folder, you don't really want it to snap into. That's not really... So, and I will say this. I did reach out to Heibel Knives. I definitely wanted to talk to him about this. Unfortunately, didn't get a response. So I'm kind of, if there's some not inconsistencies, but I just wanted to clear a few things up with him, but wasn't able to do that. But I will show you here. Now, on the listing on SMKW and on the website, it lists it as AEBL steel. But I do have a certificate of authenticity here that came with the knife. The faction number 12. See here, it calls it a friction folder. Titanium liners, red and black G10, dual detent retention, titanium pocket clip. It was built February of 2021. He signed it. But you'll see on the blade steel here, it's listed as 440C. So I was really kind of wanting to, because everywhere else I looked, it's listed as AEBL. So I kind of wanted to clear that up. Like I said, I mean, the holidays and stuff, I mean, I've reached out prior to the holidays. I've had this one for a little while. Didn't get a response. So as far as that goes, hopefully I can get a response here, you know, and kind of clear that up. But like I said, this is November's affiliation knife, SMKW affiliation knife. So yes, I realize that the free shipping codes and stuff, and that's how they track our affiliation with SMKW, haven't been working for quite some time now. As I always tell you, you know, it kind of lags a little bit. So for the next few months, we will still be having, you know, I still have some coming for next month, you know, but hey, we might come to a point where we don't have an affiliation knife. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. But back to this guy. Overall, it's a very interesting knife. I'm really kind of digging it. I'm going to measure it not from the top of the clip, from the actual top of the handle, the end of the handle. And you're looking at right about a 7-inch knife. And that's, of course, what they list on the website. You're looking at about a 4 1/4, maybe a little bit more than a 4 1/4 inch handle. That's going to give you about a 2 3/4 inch blade. Now, by looking at it, your blade to handle ratio looking this way is kind of off a bit. Now, closed, it doesn't look that off. It is a bit short. And by the way, your centering is really good. It's pretty much dead center. So that's very good. But when it's open, your blade to handle ratio it looks a little short. It just does. And it is in the handle, but that's because, well, I think your pivot is set back a little bit. Nothing too crazy. But grip length, you're looking at right about, if you come all the way up, I mean, you're looking at about a 4-inch grip length. And I obviously have quite a bit of room left over in my grip. As far as you guys know, I'm in that 3.5 range right there. So I definitely have quite a bit left over. So get you some size comparisons here real quick. Obviously, the PM2 going to be a bit larger, as you can very well see there. The bug out is going to be a better comparison, but even the bug out's going to be just a little bit longer. We're looking at about a 1/4 of an inch on the blade, and handles are actually really pretty close as far as overall length, but definitely the bug out's got it by just a little bit. Just a little bit. Close her up. Got to give it a push back there to get it fully seated. Overall weight, what are we looking at? 3.3, so it's a little over that ounce per inch, but it's nothing too crazy. And then, of course, oh yeah, that deep carry clip. Now, the ramp on the clip is a little bit shallow. As you can see there, I mean, it's not, but it is. It's a kind of a tight clip. Does go, again, if you're on top of it, wearing the jeans, it does go in your pocket, much better. But it definitely disappears. I mean, that is a super deep carry clip, which I like. I like that. I like that a lot. I like my knives deep carry. And that's definitely deep carry, without a doubt. So overall, what am I thinking? Well, obviously, with a little bit of the uncertainty of the steel, I'm a little bit, that was one of the things I really, really wanted to be able to clear up before I did the review. It didn't necessarily happen. I'm still going to try to do that. And like I said, this is the affiliation knife for the month of November. So whoever ends up owning this knife, I will make sure that if I get any information, I will definitely share it with you for sure. That's my, and you might have to say, hey, did you find anything out? I will definitely let you know if I do. But overall, like I said, the blade to handle is a little off. I'm really, really glad I did check this one out. It is super comfortable in my hand. The handle, very, very comfortable, contoured handle. Like I said, a little bit off on the blade to handle ratio. I'm not too upset about that. Now it's gonna, 2 3/4 inch blade. For work, for me, I'm liking, 3 or a little more. It just, that little bit extra always helps, especially with those larger diameter ropes. I mean, you're looking at a flat ground blade there. I like the blade shape. I like the nice, simple blade shapes. Overall profile is kind of cool, but it is super ergonomics being my top. That's why I'm always moaning about pocket clips sometimes. Not an issue for me on this one. Now, those of you with larger hands, you might find, because you can see, look at that. It fits right in that groove in my hand. Just really nice. Now, if you guys have bigger hands, and even if I scoop back on it, it's still not bad at all. This portion right here, I don't feel as if it's too high. So I'm just trying to mimic a little bit larger hand. Not really. Not really. Overall, it feels really, really good in hand. And I'm glad I got to be able to bring a new knife brand to the channel. And it's all thanks to you guys. It's all thanks to you guys using those affiliate links, using that free shipping code from SMKW. Now, like I said, there might come a time where we don't have an affiliation knife. If that's the case, that's just the way it is. Hopefully that'll be taken care of when we can continue to do these, because you guys know I love getting these knives. I get knives like this that I probably wouldn't maybe normally see, and be able to bring them to you and end up putting it in one of your pockets, which that is awesome. I love doing that. So like I said, guys, this is our affiliation knife from SMKW for November. I'm a month ahead. I don't need to be that. Time is flying by as it is. I don't need to help it any. But yes, our affiliation knife for November. As always, I'll leave it open for a few days, and then I'll pick a winner. Hopefully I'll pick a winner before the end of the month. So that's about a week away. So then that's usually about what I let them run, is about a week. But as always, guys, these knives, even though it's a friction folder, U.S. addresses only. So just remember that when you're leaving your comment, in hopes to win this knife. So always appreciate you. Thank you guys so very much. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.